Sing hush.
Hush, somebody's calling my name. Oh, hush, hush, somebody's calling my name. Hush, hush, somebody's calling my name. Oh my Lord, what shall I do?
Sing that again. Hush. Add some harmony.
Somebody's calling my name. Oh, hush, hush. Somebody's calling my name. Hush, hush. Somebody's calling my name. Oh my Lord, what shall I do? Shall I do?
Sounds like freedom.
Sounds like freedom. Somebody's calling my name. Sounds like freedom. Somebody's calling my name. Sounds like freedom. Somebody's calling my name. Oh my Lord, what shall I do?
Sounds like justice.
Sounds like justice. Somebody's calling my name. Sounds like justice. Somebody's calling my name. Sounds like justice. Somebody's calling my name. Oh my Lord, what shall I do?
Sing hush.
Hush, somebody's calling my name. Oh, hush, hush, somebody's calling my name. Hush, hush, somebody's calling my name. Oh my Lord, what shall I do?
Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. We'll find joy in the morning. Let's sing that again. We'll find joy in the morning. Add some harmony. We find hope in our children. We find strength in each other. There is love all around us.
I wait the sun again. I choose love. I choose love. In the midst of war, I choose peace. In the midst of war, I choose peace. In the midst of war, hate and anger keeping score, I will seek the good once more. I choose peace. I choose peace. When my world falls down, I will rise. When
We need
my
more volume
world
on this.
falls
It's way too low.
down, I will rise. When my world falls down, explanations can't be found. I will climb to holy ground. I will rise. I will rise. In the midst of pain, I choose love. In the midst of pain, I choose love. In the midst of pain, sorrow followed down like rain. I will wait the sun again. I choose love. I choose love.
Good morning. Ah, come on. Let's try one more time. I know we're a small crowd today. Good morning. There we go. That's the energy we're looking for. My name is Sean Tripe, and I've had the honor and privilege of serving as this congregation as your president this past year. On the Sundays when Rev. Chris is in the pulpit, our Sunday services members share ministry by serving as Rev. Chris's worship associates. On Sundays when she is not in the pulpit, we carry forward our UU tradition of lay-led services of guest speakers from different leaders within and outside of our congregation. Today is one of those services. Reverend Chris will be back in September after her sabbatical. Whether you've been with us on Sundays for a long time or visiting us for the first time today, we welcome you to our service. This congregation is diverse in beliefs, with participation open to all who agree to embrace our covenant, mission, and values, regardless of your partisanship or lack thereof. We are a welcoming congregation to people of all sexual orientations and gender identities, races, ethnicities, and abilities. We unconditionally welcome you as your full, authentic self to our community of care, spiritual growth, and personal growth. Our congregational mission is to strengthen our connections to one another and our planet by enlivening minds and spirits, building community through liberating love, and advocating fiercely for justice. It is a custom in this congregation to acknowledge visitors and newcomers, If this is your first time here, would you mind raising your hand so we can acknowledge you? Welcome. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. All are invited to join us for coffee after service. New and newish folks are invited to grab a green mug located on the inside of the door of the fellowship hall so we can easily spot you and speak with you during our coffee hour. You are also welcome to fill out one of the gold cards located in the pew in front of you so you can stay informed regarding all of our activities. Simply drop that card in the offering basket or the box at the hello table in the foyer. For a list of what's going on today after service, please check out the list on the back of your printed order of service. There you will find a QR code that links to our recent e-news editions. Please know that whatever your religious history, whatever your spirituality, all people of goodwill are welcome here. Your presence makes us better. Your presence makes us whole. Our General Assembly service will now begin.
I am David Oakes. My pronouns are he, him. If you need a visual description, I am a white elder quadriplegic using a power wheelchair, and both my hair and beard are white. I have been a psychiatric survivor activist for 50 years. I co-chair the Accessibility Task Force in our church in Eugene. The General Assembly started this service with the gathering of waters from all corners of earth. We light this chalice now, recalling the late author Bell Hooks, whose work was foundational to the modern concept of intersectionality. We light this chalice at the intersection of environmental and disability justice. We light this chalice with respect for the interdependent web of earth and all existence, of which we are a part. We light this chalice acknowledging that one of the principles of disability justice is also interdependence. We light this chalice in solidarity with the movement led by people with lived experience of being regarded as disabled. We light this chalice as revolutionaries who are on the side of love. We revolutionaries may feel alone at times. We light this chalice remembering Bell Hooks' words, those of us who have already chosen to embrace a love ethic. Know that when we let our light shine, we draw to us and are drawn to other bearers of light. We are not alone.
Let's rise in body or spirit one more time and sing We Are, which is our number 1051 of our Teal hymnal. That's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe. Who we are, for a child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe. Who we are, for a child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe. Who we are, for a child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe. Who we are our grandmother's prayers, and we are our grandfather's dreamings. We are our breath of our ancestors. We are the spirit of love. We lovers of life and the builders of nations. We're seekers of truth and keepers of faith. We are makers of peace and the wisdom of ages. We are our grandmother's prayers, and we are our grandfather's dreamings. We are a breath of our ancestors. We are the spirit of. We are daughters of courage and fathers of time. We are daughters of dust and the sons of great visions. We're sisters of mercy and brothers of love. We are lovers of life and the builders of nations. We're seekers of truth and keepers of faith. We are makers of peace. We are risen of ages. We are our grandmother's prayers, and we are our grandfather's dreamings. We are a breath of our ancestors. We are the Spirit of God. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings through the universe. Who we are. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings through the universe. One more time. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings through the universe. Who we are. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings through the universe. Who we are.
Good Sunday morning, my friends. My name is Jen Youngsun Rue, and I use she and her pronouns. I'm a senior Asian woman with long graying hair, wearing glasses, and a purple and yellow stole over a white robe. The worship team is here in Louisville, Kentucky, on the lands of the Shawnee, the Cherokee, Chickasaw peoples. Our nation's policies led to systemic genocide and forced relocation, which still negatively impact indigenous communities today. Wherever you are this morning, I hope you'll take a moment to acknowledge the land on which you live. And together, may we pledge to dismantle the ongoing legacies of settler colonialism. During Friday's worship service, we gathered waters from the four corners of the earth. The earth sings many songs, and one of the most powerful is her song of water. And so we call those waters to bless this morning's circle. Here are the waters that our ancestors carried to nourish their villages. Here are the waters of recreation that revive and restore body and mind. Here are the waters of our tears, shed in grief, in anger, and in joy. Here are the waters of healing that spring from beloved communities. Come, let us choose love today and every day. Come, let us worship together.
I'm Perry Montrose, the Director of Faith Formation at All Souls Unitarian Universalist Congregation in New London, Connecticut. I use he, him pronouns, and I am a 5'11", thin white male with short dark blonde hair and green eyes. I'm wearing a coral sports coat.
And I am Barbara Montrose. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a 5'7" cisgender woman with shoulder-length blonde hair colored by Miss Clairol. I'm wearing a tan dress and a scarf with a little orange in it for a pop of color.
I'm Nora Montrose. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a 4'4", 10-year-old girl with curly blonde hair, green eyes, and a pink dress.
My father of blessed memory drank his morning coffee out of a mug with a quote that said, "There is only one happiness in life, to love and be loved." For my father, that love included carrying each other on the way with an open, welcoming home where everyone was invited to stay for a meal and longer if they needed a place to stay, regardless of nationality, race, or ethnicity. Yet, although my father believed in equality and welcoming everyone, he struggled when blackness entered his own family. He never really made those family members feel that they belonged or that their full identities were valued. To love and be loved can be made complicated by our human frailties and contradictions. Love is moving from simply welcoming to an embrace of belonging.
We're learning what that means in our Unitarian Universalist family as we continue to draw the circle wider. Imagine walking through the front doors of a new church, a new beginning. Everyone is welcoming you. But you don't feel like you fit in. This is how many people feel, and it is our job to help them feel included and like they belong. To do that, we need to hear who they are and what their needs are. We are learning to listen to voices that have not always been heard. But sometimes we need our hearing aids.
We also need to listen to our own inner voice. I work in homeless services. We were discussing the cuts happening and the threat of losing funding because of our use of words like diversity and equity. I felt fear and panic sink in. Then I remembered the people I serve. I love them so much. And just noticing that love that I have in me created a shift. I realized that no matter what an administration takes away or how it oppresses, it cannot take away my ability to love people. I felt emboldened, defiant to the fear and panic, because I knew no matter what happens, I can love people. I choose love.
To reflect on love further and hear more voices, we asked the congregants of All Souls New London to respond in words and art to the question, what is love and what does it look like?
Hi, my name is Karen, and this is my answer to the question, what is love and what does it look like? I think there's a creative energy at the center of everything. Life yearning for life, interconnecting each piece of existence, and in humans, that energy feels like love. So life generates life in the garlic bulb sold by the organic farmer at the Saturday market. That gathering feels like a celebration and reunion, even when I'm a stranger there. And the garlic tastes like earth and passion, and I use it to feed the ones I love. The garlic cloves, the farmer market joy, and chickadee chirps give us courage to gather in protest against the January 6th insurrection, trusting that doing the right thing will engender more of the right thing. And we bolster each other with our presence at home, in the market, at church, and in the public square. Love is the force that gives us courage to stand with each other. It is at the core of every piece of existence. It is in every brushstroke as I paint and pray in the doctor's waiting room. Love is the creative energy at the center of it all.
Love is an emotion, but that is a very broad term. Love is watching your sibling take a chocolate bar from its hiding place, knowing mom was saving it, and not saying a word. Love is seeing that person, that special one, and lighting up, no matter what mood you're in. Love is choosing to take a nice long bath instead of a quick shower and just soaking the stress out. Love is inviting a friend and catching up over worries, interests, and finding comfort in the fact that you're together.
I'm Dallas, and to me, love comes in many forms, including familial, communicational, romantic, and even the life openness between strangers. But it is always rooted in the balance of pain, beauty, and strength. It can be fragile because it asks us to be open and vulnerable, yet strong because it prevails through that vulnerability and helps people stay connected through difficult times. Love is never perfect, but its imperfections are what makes it real and meaningful. Love shows up in simple actions such as the courage to forgive and the act of listening and the choice to stay connected even when it's hard. Sometimes love is shown through big moments, but often found in everyday care and understanding. Love holds us together and reminds us that despite our differences, we need one another and share that acceptance.
Love is caring about someone or something even though you don't have to, because this someone or something could bring a lot of joy. Without love, people wouldn't care about anyone or anything, and society wouldn't get anywhere if you don't care about anything. If they didn't care about their house, those are all forms of love, and if everyone didn't care about anything, I mean, they would have like no motivation to do anything, and where would society be at? Just kind of hanging around, kind of dying off, you know? No one would care about anything, you know? In the drawing I drew, there's a hole in the heart, but inside of the heart is somebody caring for someone. That's what love is.
Hello, we are John and Linda Sargent. Attention and observation are an aspect of love, opening our minds and hearts and drawing as close as we can to knowing another being's world. We make room for their essence in our awareness. After hours in his kayak watching, John's hands, brushes, and paints have given us a moment with the common terms. During a summer of repeated visits to a bird gathering place, he was awed by the ease of the terns' acrobatic flight. In this painting, the open grace of their wings speaks to me of the sometimes overlooked but essential receptive aspect of love, which is the single word title he gave to this painting.
I think love is when someone is affectionate to you, which can be showed in a lot of different ways. You might not always see it when you argue with your mom or if you have a disagreement with your friend. There's love everywhere, even if you don't feel it or see it. It's like when your mom argues with you. She's only doing that because she cares about you and doesn't want you to get hurt from a boy or dying here, all to keep you safe. Another way of love is from your friends, when they invite you somewhere or even just coming to talk to you every day. Just little gestures every day is love. Especially there's a lot of love in you. You might not feel it, but every day you do something to show affection, like walking your dog, making coffee in the morning for your mom. You will always find love in yourself and around you. Like brushing your hair is self-love, cleaning the house is both. If you live alone or if you live with your loved one or just cleaning the house for your parents, the littlest things count. But my picture is someone holding hands, which shows love from your friends or loved ones. Just remember, love is all around you, even if you don't realize it.
Hi, my name is Adrian Dow. I'm a relatively new congregant here. The artwork that you're looking at is a piece gifted to me by my yoga teacher, Kim Abraham, who is one of the nicest people and kindest souls I've ever met. And love to me is kind of exemplified by people like her. When she first met me, she didn't know who I am. But she had never met me before, of course, didn't know my name, and invited me to her yoga class and said that she, after a while, she told me that when she first met me, she recognized me right away. And I felt seen and heard in a way that I've only felt a couple other times, and those are people that will be in my life forever, like my co-parent and my best friends. And I mean, it's the sort of love that you would only expect from a parent or a member of your family. And I truly feel that the people of New London are a found family, and that is how I appreciate and have learned to appreciate love in the world is through them. And that's it.
My name is Nora. When the world is at its last string, that string is a magic heartstring. Love is a bonding connection, and without it, no one can survive. Family, friends, and communities depend on each other, and they depend on the things that hold them together. That thing is love. Flowers cannot bloom without the sun, and we cannot bloom without love. Love is our umbrella in the rain. Love is not always something we see, but something you can feel. Before babies can even say the word love, they know it and feel it. When you fall, it is love that catches you. Love is the everlasting light in the dark. We may have all come from different values and beliefs, but in the end, we all find the way to love.
Thank you, Grayson. Last night, somewhere between the end of all we know and the faint beginning of something new, a dream emerged. 10,000 ancestors from all corners of the earth moved into a gap, one breath deep, into the space between all that has already happened and all that is yet to come. They carry songs, they carry stories, and they are calling us to join them. These rich images come from Aurora Levins Morales, a Puerto Rican Jewish poet and activist. In those days, immediately following the October 7th attack in Israel, Morales struggled to find a way through the atrocity to something human. The poet gives us a summons to show up at the corner. But first, she invites us into a gap, one breath deep. Here, the ancestors cup their hands around our hearts. Here is blessing. Here is healing. Here is transformation. Here is worship. For many people living in the United States, these past several years have left us profoundly and deeply unsettled. We have been feeling the meanness of the world in genocide and in warfare, in the hoarding of resources that leaves millions without basic human needs, in policy changes that say some lives are more precious than others. The ground is shaking and it feels like everyone is on edge. The world that we thought we knew doesn't exist anymore, not in the same way. The Turkish journalist Ece Temel-Koran writes about the decline of democracy, and she says that we are grieving in future tense, We're grieving in future tense, grieving what has already been slipping away, even before it's gone, grieving what has already been lost and what may yet be taken. Some of this grief may be new for people who have not had to name this before. The structures of white supremacy have remained well hidden in the background of life, quietly shaping what was accepted as normal, natural, or simply the way things are. But now, what has been hidden is becoming harder to ignore, and more people are waking up to the urgency of this moment, rousing them from what the poet calls the sleep of the world. Now, I know that many of you are already awake. You are doing everything that you can to proclaim every life precious, everyone deserving a chance to live fully and freely. Unitarian Universalists have long been a people of action. We know how to organize, we know how to show up. We are practiced in the art of doing. And if we're honest, that strength carries a shadow. Our religious tradition has been shaped in part by a culture that teaches us to measure our worth by what we accomplish, to equate goodness with effort, and to feel most at home when we're busy and striving. Pair this with a hurting world begging for our attention, and then things like rest can feel irresponsible. Asking for help can feel weak. And simply sitting in stillness can sometimes feel unbearable as doubt and worry rise to the surface of our lives. That's why this gap is so important. Whether it's 1 breath deep or 1 hour deep, this is a moment made sacred by our intentions and our promises. Here, in the place between where we've been and where we dare to dream, our lives are shaped and molded by our spiritual practices of worship, small group sharing, and deep study. Mark Nepo says that when we meet like this, we aren't just being self-reflective, we are strengthening the immune system of humanity. We are strengthening the immune system of humanity. Here is where we remember who we are and to whom we belong. Here is where we practice love as a response to the love that first summoned us. There was an extraordinary Cambodian monk named Mahagasananda who survived the brutality of the Khmer Rouge regime. Later, he served in the refugee camps, and in one of those camps, he opened a Buddhist temple, despite threats from the authorities that anyone who attended would be killed. Still, on opening day, more than 20,000 people gathered. These were people who had lost nearly everything, families shattered by war, communities terrorized by violence, people who had suffered beyond what most of us can even imagine. And there, in that dusty square, Mahagasananda led them in a timeless Buddhist teaching. Hatred never ceases by hatred. By love only is hatred healed. This is the ancient and eternal law. thousands and thousands of people began chanting those words together, not because love is sentimental, not because love is easy, but because they understood that only love could build a future worth living in. After the 2024 General Assembly, I came home and told some of my interfaith colleagues that 80% of the Unitarian Universalist delegates had voted to declare love as the center of our faith. One of them, who's a good friend of mine, kind of sighed and said, "You know, love is very abstract. It means 100 different things and it means nothing at all. And, you know, religion has been preaching and teaching love for the last 2,000 years, but look at the way we treat each other." I know what they mean. I've heard that before from Unitarian Universalists, too. Love has become a cliche, a greeting card, a slogan, a marketing campaign, a word stretched so thin that it can barely hold any weight at all. Even when Dr. King invoked love, they called it emotional bosh, weak, sentimental, passive. And some of us have learned to distrust the word entirely, because the word love has been used to excuse harm, to silence truth, to avoid accountability, and to demand submission. But without an ethic of love, human beings start treating each other as objects, as obstacles and problems to be dealt with. A people organized around fear will produce punishment. A people organized around greed will produce trillionaires. But a people disciplined by love can begin to repair the world. This is why the poet calls us into the gap, one breath deep, before sending us out into the world. In this space, we remember our religious inheritance, a treasure carried by our Universalist ancestors who claimed that God's love was so complete that no one would ever be outside of this love, no matter what. And our Unitarian ancestors who admired Jesus as a fully realized human being, showing us that our capacity for love is far greater than we can imagine. So, what do we mean by love when we dare to place it at the center of our faith? There are so many kinds of love in our lives. Romantic love can be beautiful. Love for friends and family can be deep and fulfilling. Love, as we speak of it in our congregations and in our practice communities, though, is a little bit different, because that love that we practice in those communities does not require fondness, affection, or any positive feelings at all. As the psychiatrist M. Scott Peck wrote, love is not a vague sentiment, but an intention and a discipline. He says, it is the willingness to extend oneself for the purpose of nurturing one's own or another's spiritual growth. Sometimes that can look grand and heroic. Just as often, it looks like that couple who drives an elder member to church, even though it's out of the way and it's not so easy to coordinate, and sometimes it conflicts with other things they want to do. It looks like two people fighting as they're organizing an event, and resisting the urge to turn away, willing to sit in discomfort long enough to speak honestly and to find their way toward new understanding. It looks like taking the time to get to know a stranger in need, learning their story, and welcoming them into the community as a full participant rather than an object of charity. It looks like making a personal promise to talk with one new person during coffee hour instead of huddling with their best friends. It looks like forgiving someone who hurt you because the burden on your own heart has become too great to carry. Love is so much more than what we feel. It is a discipline we choose freely and willingly for the sake of another's growth and well-being, including our own. My friends, I know that love is a word that carries many, many different meanings. Its power can feel fragile in the face of the forces gathered against us. At times, we may even doubt that love will prevail. Still, I am profoundly grateful to the Unitarian Universalists that we have not given up on love.
Unitarian Universalism is a vision of a world filled with peace, justice, love, and joy. That vision is embodied in its congregations. Each one depends on its congregants through their commitment of time, energy, and resources to make that vision real. Individually and collectively, we are Unitarian Universalists, building a world filled with peace, justice, love, and joy. An offering will now be given and gratefully received.
I am resilient. I trust the movement. I negate the chaos. Uplift the negative. I'll show up at the table again and again and again. I'll close my mouth and learn to listen. Whoa, 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 whoa,
These times are poignant, the winds have shifted, it's all we can
In a community that embraces many spiritual perspectives and seeks to draw the circle wider, love is our common language. It allows us to speak of the mystery we cannot name, the goodness of life that exceeds us, and the sacred ties that bind us each to all. As Nora said, flowers cannot bloom without the sun, and we cannot bloom without love. When you fall, love is what catches you. Love is the everlasting light in the dark. So, are you ready to be disciples of love? Yes. All right. Now, I know that talking about discipleship may feel unfamiliar in a Unitarian Universalist setting. We have seen how easily discipleship can be distorted when it becomes a cult of personality rather than a liberating path. For some people, the word disciple carries painful associations: control, hierarchy, the surrender of one's own spiritual authority. But the discipline and the discipleship that I'm talking about and inviting us all into is all about studying love. It's about practicing love. And it's about moving in the world having been formed by love. Every path of formation can reorder a life and give it a new center of gravity, because every discipline asks something of us. To be a disciple of love is to allow ourselves to be reshaped and stretched often beyond what is comfortable, especially when we are called to love our enemy. Or, in UU words, to affirm the inherent worth and dignity of all, even of those who would use their power to deny that dignity to others. Discipleship is not easy, and yet following the way of love is what keeps us from being consumed by the very forces that we are trying to resist. Without a discipline of love, our activism will burn out. Our longing for justice can become untethered from mercy, and we risk becoming spiritually starved. I know what that feels like. When I returned to parish ministry after years in healthcare chaplaincy, I was so swept up in the busyness of the congregation and the urgency of meeting this moment that I nearly forgot the very practices that made such work possible. My physical health suffered. My mental health suffered. And this is why the ancestors, in their wisdom, call us into the gap, call us into moments of spiritual practice. Before we fill our bags with scented guava and bandages and rush out into the world, those ancestors call us to first gather in places like this, where grief is never denied, where joy is welcomed with abandon, a place where people return to the practices that shape them, where disciples study love carefully, practice it imperfectly, and when they fail, begin again. Begin again. The world is weary of righteous, performative righteousness. Instead, this hurting world needs people who can remain human in inhumane times. It needs people who can tell the truth without surrendering to cruelty, who can resist despair without pretending everything is going to be okay. So, my friends, the world is calling us to the corner. So gather up your things, take one another's hands, and let's go together as disciples of love. And now we'll extinguish our chalice. As those of you joining from Zoom extinguish your chalices, together we are writing a story that will be told by tomorrow's Unitarian Universalists. May that story tell how we met a fearful and dangerous moment with open hearts reaching out to one another across every dividing line. May this be ever so. Go in peace, my friends. Go in love.
You know what? I heard that joy is an act of resistance. Can I say that again? Joy is an act of resistance. So we're going to have a little bit of joy. Wherever you are, I want you to rise in body or spirit as we sing, "This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me, and guess what? The world can't take it away." Can I get an amen, somebody? All right, let's do this, y'all. Ooh, this joy that I have, this joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, this joy that I have, the world didn't give it